All right. Would you rather have Loudmouth be re-recorded by Gilbert Gottfried or be recorded by Fran Drescher?
Well, I think first of all, there is an audio book of it, and
that's why it would be a re-recording
in this room, and I'm quite proud of it. And I would pick Fran Drescher.
Oh, yeah, good choice.
Here's why.
Okay.
Because she was in Spinal Tap, which is one of my all-time favorite movies.
Absolutely.
So I think she's really funny, and her character was based on a woman named Susan Blonde, who was a publicist and maybe the head of publicity eventually at what was Columbia Records, is now Sony, and she was famous. She had that accent, and she was a character like Fran Drescher has played. So she's playing somebody I know. So that's kind of interesting.
Okay.
And I don't find her accent annoying. I find it charming. Gilbert Gottfried, on the other hand, I feel might alienate some reader.
It could turn into the Aristocrats, so you never know.
Funny. I recently saw the Aristocrats. I had it on.
Oh man!
I had it on my list forever, and I just said, let's watch this Aristocrats. It's supposed to be so funny.
Yeah,
it was okay.
Yeah,
but
right.
he's funny, but his voice could be a little grating, and I like Fran Drescher better.
Fran, it is.
Like
There's no wrong answers. We love Fran.
Exactly.
All right. Here's the next one. Would you rather have to dress like Ziggy Stardust once a week or have to dress like Ace once a week?
Well, that's
makeup and all.
That's simple to me. I would
Ziggy
Stardust for sure. Much cooler costume. Come on. I mean,
really?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
I costume. Okay.
Ace's costume is a little too obvious. It's like, okay, you're a spaceman, I get it, but Ziggy Stardust, you're like a spaceman.
Okay.
But I think it's a good pairing.
Okay. Fair enough. Danica, next one.
All right. Would you rather play a guitar that shoots fire or put your head in the Alice Cooper guillotine?
Oh, this is a tough one. Can I call what are they?
Phone a friend.
Can I call a source? Call a friend. That was
of course.
I would pick shoot fire, because even though that's Ace, if I'm imagining I'm in my Ziggy Stardust costume when I'm shooting fire with Ace's car. Is that fair enough?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm not overly afraid of Alice Cooper's guillotine, but let's just say I'm a little afraid of it.
Little.
Like when they fuck up and they let the actual blade come down.
I mean, it's one hell of a trick, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I got to put my head in it, and it was terrifying, but
yeah. It would be a great selfie, and when they make that wax figure of your head.
Oh, love that.
That would be great.
Yeah.
But I just, that I may have a phobia of guillotines. I never thought about it before, but
okay.
Which would be fair.
Yeah, very
valid fair. Valid fair.
Okay, so Ziggy Stardust with the guitar that shoots fire. All right, so far so good. Here's the next one. Would you rather be a roadie for Iron Maiden or be a roadie for George Strait?
And I have a fun story behind this if you need help with this one.
I don't know, somebody the other day was we were sitting around drinking whiskey in my backyard. My brother has had his shot, so my brother who lives in Boston was out, and we had my kind of son-in-law. He's not really legal, but he's my son-in-law, and we were sitting around, and they were talking about Iron, or one of them was talking about how great Iron Maiden secretly is, and I thought, really? I think I'd choose Iron Maiden. Here's why. I mean, and I think George Strait is maybe more music I'd be interested in, but I'd be afraid that I would have to encounter a whole bunch of crazy conservative,
yes,
people backstage who who hate Obama or hate Biden or whatever. And, I won't even mention the name of the former guy who was in
Don't
the
bother.
White House. But so I would fear
Voldemort.
George Strait, though, isn't like, he's not like a right-wing guy. He's like kind of a progressive dude, right? Am I right?
So I will say the reason that my husband is actually the one that designed this question.
Yeah.
And it's because he used to be he would do like load-ins and stuff for giant concerts. Like he loaded in Madonna's I don't remember which one, but where she has like 30 fucking trucks that load in.
Every show?
He knows,
Yeah, exactly.
He knows offhand that the Iron Maiden set is, I think it takes 2 jumbo jets on top of all of the other trucks to load in their set. But George Strait and like country stars, he was like, I will take a country show any day as a roadie because you do nothing.
Oh, damn.
You do absolutely fuck all.
That's
and
really,
you just get to hang out and chill.
That's really great because I didn't even think about the work.
Oh yeah.
I thought about the partying.
Exactly. It's like, do you go with the music that you prefer or do you go with the easier job? Like, that's the question.
Good
point.
Real
question here.
Good question.
I think your husband has really posed a dilemma for the ages.
It's
Yeah. That's good. That's really funny.
Yeah. I like that perspective of it too. But.
Yeah, totally. The inside perspective. I wasn't even thinking about the work.
Me neither.
And as I said at the beginning, half the people in our little town where I am right now, were roadies for the Grateful Dead.
That's amazing.
So much work.
A lot of roadies around.
Yeah. Well, all right. I think we have 2 more of these. Danica, you want to read the next one?
All right. Would you rather write an article about the first concert you ever attended or write an article about the most recent concert you ever attended?
Well, I'm laughing. It made me laugh because I realized that book, A Loudmouth, has got all the concerts, right? A bunch of the first concerts I went to and all that shit. I was gonna say definitely the most recent concert because I'm kind of anti-nostalgia. I try to keep moving in my life, and then I think, oh wait, the book is all lots of nostalgia. So, I'm sorry, I violated my own principles, but so I would rather rather think about and know about and learn about some new band or new kind of music than have to go back and hash over my previous life, which is now been thoroughly hashed over in that book Loudmouth.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think the next concert that I'm going to is Megadeth. I think they're still coming down here in October.
Really? I thought they went away.
No.
They've come back. Dave Mustaine has reconvened Megadeth.
I believe so, yeah.
According to the other Dave who was on our show.
Right.
Yeah.
What was the most recent concert that you attended? Do you remember pre-pandemic or?
Shit. I should know this. Because I go fairly often, and I go, when we were doing, and we aren't doing them at the moment, of course, when we were doing lots of concerts at our, we did like 60 shows at our company on our roof and stuff. And so I used to go to clubs all the time looking for bands and, looking for cool bands too. The last concert, I told you about the guy who had the Boy Howdy tattoo, whose name is Morgan Geary, lives in Asheville. That's probably the last concert I went to. Was he performs as Drunken Prayer. He's a great songwriter, great singer, and he performs with the Handsome Family and Freakwater and kind of some of those Americana bands. They're really good Americana bands, and he called me up and said, "Hey, I'm going on tour for my new record," which was a great record. Came out last year. He's got a new one coming soon. And he said, you still doing those rooftop concerts? I said, well, we're not doing them at the moment. And my business partners don't want to spend the money on the, which I'm just like throwing money away. They're like horrified. They wanted me to cut back on all that. So I said, but We're not doing them at the agency anymore, but I've been really thinking about doing something in my backyard, which is not a giant backyard. I said, if you'd be up for that, and so Drunken Prayer came and performed in my backyard, and I have all this massive equipment that's from me playing in bands. So I have like a PA system and a monitor system, and so of course, this is my personality. I was like, God, I really miss the lights we had when we were up on the roof. So I went out and, of course, bought a whole lighting rig,
as you do,
and so that was a lot. Drunken Prayer in Fairfax, California. I talked to him the other day, and I said, look, he's coming back west in June. I said, let's do it again, dude. We'll get vaccinated people to come.
That's right. And then he's also going to have the Robert Duncan and Lester Bangs tattoo on the other arm next time you see him, right? Awesome. Well, okay, we have one more. Would you rather? This is the final one. And let's see.
Now I'm nervous.
Okay.
All right.
Would you rather listen to Ace of Spades on repeat for 24 hours or listen to Just Like Heaven on repeat for 24 hours?
I want to stall theatrically, but I think I'd go for Ace of Spades,
Okay.
And I mean, this is not something I want to spend my 24 hours doing, but you gave me a choice.
I did.
And I have to pick, and
that's the choice.
Yeah. I recognize the power of Motorhead and Lemmy, and Ace of Spades is a good song.
It is. Do you have any Lemmy stories?
Oh, nothing. We didn't hang out or anything. I remember seeing him. I went to one of the NAMM shows, the music manufacturer shows. Mm-hmm. And you run into rock stars there. I ran into Lemmy and Gene Simmons and all sorts of people. But no, I never hung out with Lemmy, alas. I wish I could. I'd make something up. Give me an hour and I'll make something up.
Sure. Yeah, I was going to say, I always love hearing like Dee Snider and Twisted Sister talk about, Lemmy, and I mean, Motorhead essentially helped their, started their careers. He gave them an opportunity when a lot of people weren't giving people in makeup opportunities. So
did he? He gave Twisted Sister, because I knew the bass player or know the bass player. Are they still extant? But Mark the Animal, who was in Twisted Sister, was the bass player, and he before he was in Twisted Sister, he was in the Dictators.
Okay.
Who were, I would argue, the original punk band, and they became great friends of ours.
That's awesome.
Yeah.